Hey guys, Roberto here, and today I'm reviewing the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuoh The Light and Zyuoh The World. Now guys, the reason why I'm reviewing two toys in the same review is because it's just based around the entire Zyuoh The World. Now if you guys don't know who Zyuoh The World is, he's the 6th Ranger for the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger, the 40th Super Sentai team, which is currently defending the world, the planet, this year. And Zyuoh The World was introduced around episode 17, and he was evil at first, and he was controlled by a Death Galleon, and he was trying to take down the Zyuohgers basically, and he kept beating them up. Eventually the Rangers and Zyuoh The World united together, and they now fight as a full team, and Zyuoh The World is a good guy, and yeah. Now Zyuoh The World is a really fascinating 6th Ranger because he uses powers from 3 different animals. You guys don't know, the Zyuohgers are themed around animals and all that. And Zyuoh The World is a really cool looking ranger because he uses powers from a crocodile, a rhino, and a wolf. And then his transformation device is a flashlight. So it's just really cheesy but at the same time really cool. And even though it's a flashlight, it's actually a really cool looking transformation device. Now before we get started to review and we start about the toy and all that stuff, I want to take you guys real quick. I don't know what Zyuoh The World's main color is. You could call him a black ranger, but at the same time he uses like gold and then silver. So like, you could either call him all those 3 colors. He's a multi-racial ranger. Is that a thing? Sure, that's his thing. But you could just call him. I'm gonna call him a black ranger because mostly he uses black on his helmet and his boots and all that. So he's a black ranger most likely. But in the meantime, you know, I don't really know what you guys could call him. Either a ranger that uses all colors and all that stuff, or he's just a black ranger. So yeah. Now the way we'll be doing this review is first we'll be taking a look at Zyuoh The Light, the transformation device, and then we'll be taking a look at Zyuoh The World, his Sensei vinyl. And yeah, so let's get started. Alright guys, so I took off the Zyuoh The World Sensei vinyl so you can take a closer look at the box and the transformation device first. Right here is the box for Zyuoh The World. It's not that big, it's actually very small, medium if you guys could say it. And the front looks really cool. There's a CGI picture of Zyuoh The World, and then it says right here that it comes with a little figure. And then a really cool picture of Zyuoh The Light, and that's the transformation device itself. It shows you can spin it around and make sound. You can see the Toei Company logo right here, the Bandai logo right here. Up here it says it has lights and sound, and yeah. And then it has 3 different modes, so you can be 3 different animals. Here in the top it shows all the different modes that Zyuoh The World goes through. He goes through crocodile form, rhino form, and then wolf form. And they spell it really weird. It says crocodile form, and then it says rhino's form, and then wolf form. So it's the Japanese, you know, their English is kind of funny sometimes. And then on top of here it says DX Zyuoh The Light, and then Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger logo right here, the 40th Super Sentai logo. Let's take a closer look at that actually. And yeah, on the left side is a picture of Zyuoh The World, and he's posing with the Zyuoh The Light, Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger logo, DX Zyuoh The Light. And on the other side is a cool picture of all 3 different logos for the different animals that he uses, and again it says crocodile form, rhino's form, wolf form. This could be a really cool wallpaper, by the way. And then the bottom right here is a cool picture of Zyuoh The World in his different forms. There's crocodile form, normal form, which is rhino, and wolf form, which is silver. And then the back shows all the cool stuff. I love the back for the Japanese toys. Right here it shows that you can press the little, you can tap to start off the transformation. You tap the button on the bottom of the flashlight and then spin it around, and you can do different modes and stuff. And then you can transform into Zyuoh The World, crocodile form, and wolf form, and Zyuoh The World posing right here. And on this side it shows that you can summon Zyuoh The World's different mechs or mechas, and you can form the Zyuoh, I forgot the name of them. You can form his mecha, his main mecha, and then you can summon the other Zyuohgers mechs, and you can summon them to form the mighty Ultrazord, where the Zyuohgers use all their Zords and they combine the stuff. Yeah, it's I forgot the names right now. I have a brain fart, but yeah. And the bottom is just in Japanese writing and tells you all the information about the toy and all that. And yeah, guys, so that was the box. Now, guys, here's Zyuoh The Light, and before we take a look at Zyuoh The Light, we actually I'm gonna show you guys the little figure that it comes with. A new thing that Zyuohger, the Zyuohger toy line is doing is they bring little action figures with like every changer. And it's like, I guess you could say the common, like it's the newest gimmick, I guess. They don't really use it in the show. These figures are just so you can have a little bit more extra stuff to your thing, and they can raise up the price a little bit. So here's the little figure for Zyuoh The World. And if you guys got the Zyuoh changer, guys have all the other figures, I just let me bring them over here. The Jewel Changer came with the main 5. You can pose them with the little Zyuoh The World figure. And they're very small, so the camera is going to have a hard time focusing on them. Yeah, actually, they're focusing right now. They don't have any paint on them. They're just the color of the ranger that they are. So the Red Ranger is red, and then yeah, etc. And you can pose these figures. If you guys don't get the vinyls, this is a perfect substitute for them. Of course, it kind of bothers me that they're not painted. I wish they did have some detail on them, but it's fine, I guess. And yeah, and if you guys have the Mecha Jewel King, you guys can pose these little figures with Jewel King. So yeah. Alright guys, so here's Zyuoh The Light, Zyuoh The World's main transformation device, and as you see, it's a flashlight. Now Zyuoh The World's main theme is also like a hunter, like his main weapon. It's like a what do you call that thing? A fish rod, right? A fishing rod. And then like it's a flashlight, and then his main mechas are like a truck and all that. So basically, he's like an animal hunter or something like that. That's what you could call him. And the flashlight here it is. It's really weird. It has a little cube theme that all the Zyuohger toys use. A little cube right here that you can spin around and stuff to summon all the different modes. Right here are the themes for the animals. Here's a rhino, like the top of his head, a crocodile's head, a wolf's head. Here's the flashlight thing. And if you guys can sort of see me and my fan. And then here are the different pictures for the different animals that he uses. So yeah. And you can spin it around and stuff and put it right back in space mode. And yeah, and then here's the battery compartment. So it's very basic. It's not. And here at the bottom is actually the little thing that you tap to some of the different modes. So it's a very basic flashlight. There's not too much. The paint is really good. In the show, it looks just like this. What I like about Sentai toys is that they're just like the ones in the show. Like nothing has changed. So that's what I really like about Sentai toys. And yeah, so it's a very basic thing. You can't really say, I can't really say a lot about this thing. It's just a flashlight and it makes sound. So to turn it on, you press this button right here. You push it actually. And it makes that sound to say that it activated it. Now if you guys didn't know, there are 3 modes. And the 3 modes for this thing are, the first mode is you can transform into Zyuoh The World and all his different modes. The second mode, you can summon the different mechs for Zyuoh The World, like the wolf mech or the crocodile mech. And the final mode is where you tap it a bunch of times and you basically unlock the big giant robo. Or the mecha, and I think the second mode you can also unlock Zyuoh The World's main mecha, and then the third mode is just you tap it a bunch of times and you summon the main mecha, or like all the Zyuohgers come in and they form with Zyuoh The World, and yeah, so it's really crazy. So we'll figure that out right now. I haven't played this thing for a while, so I basically forgot most of how it works, but I think I'm pretty sure. So yeah. But anyways, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna tap it down here to summon the mode where you transform into Zyuoh The World. So you tap it once. And the world's main mode is this one, so you're gonna spin this around. You tap it again. So if you guys can sort of see, that's the logo for Zyuoh The World right there. So this little picture transmits through here, so that's really cool. That's amazing the way this thing works. Now we're gonna do all the other modes that he has, so let's go to Rhino's form first. That was Rhino's form. Next up is Crocodile. And finally, it's wolf form, so again. And yeah guys, so those are the different forms that Zyuoh The World goes through. As I said earlier, it's a really cool way that he does it, that he can just be different modes, just like a red, how he can turn into gorilla, and then he has his final form, which is the whale, and then how he can spread his wings when he's in eagle mode. Zyuoh The World kind of gets from that, but he basically uses different animals, so he's like 3 Zyuohgers in one, and yeah. Now, when I first saw this toy on the catalogs, I didn't know how it would work. I like the fact that in the Jewel or the Jewel changer, you press the different buttons and you basically spin it around and you get the sound. But this thing didn't make any sense. How does this thing work exactly? Like, you just press it and then you spin the buttons, and it's really fascinating. And I'll never figure it out because I'm just too lazy to research. But the way that Bandai makes things work is just so cool, and the technology is just amazing. And yeah, so let me stop nerding out. And let's go to our next form, or next mode I mean, and that's where you summon the different mechs and all that stuff. So yeah, let's go. Now you're going to press it 2 times this time. And Jumbo. So let's summon the different Zords first. And let's go Rhino. Alright, Crocodile. And then finally it's Wolf. And now guys, we're going to summon them all in a herd, so basically it's going to announce every single cube. So let's do that. And finally, there's the third mode, and the third mode is basically all over surrounded. It's basically just based off Mecha or Megazords, if you guys call it over here in the United States, it's Megazord. And this third mode basically summons Zyuoh The World's main mecha, and then it also announces the other mecha, which is where the Zyuohgers, eagles, shark, lion, and elephant, they combine with Zyuoh The World's wolf, lion, and crocodile, and this forms this really crazy thing. So the first thing we'll be doing is basically we'll be summoning Zyuoh The World's mecha. So let's do that. So there, and then you spin it around. What the? So Zyuoh The World's main mecha is Toeside Jewel. I just remembered right now, and it was a really wacky name. It was I forgot it because I haven't heard this thing in a while. So yeah, but it's Toeside Jewel, and that's Zyuoh The World's main mecha. And finally, the last thing we'll be doing to unlock the Toeside Jewel King or something like that. It's a really wacky name where all the combinations come in. You're gonna press this thing just 4 times, I think. I think that's how it works. So let's see. I just pressed it a bunch of times. Eventually, it just works. And it just announced every single Jewel cube up until Zyuoh The World was introduced with this main cube. So let's do that, and let's form the final combination thing or whatever. Let me just put this down. It's a lot. And so guys, those were all the sounds for Zyuoh The Light. Now this toy, if you guys didn't know, the 6 Ranger changers or morphers usually get shafted in both toy lines for Super Sentai Power Rangers because they usually end up having just a little bit of sounds. When it comes to the main morpher or the changer for the main 5, that's where you get all the sounds, you get all these different things and modes, and everything is just unlocked with the gimmick. But since Zyuohger didn't have a gimmick, they just continued the different sounds with every time a new changer comes out. And this changer, it's what I like about it, that it unlocks new stuff that you wouldn't expect. Usually for the 6 Ranger changer, it would just you would get the 6 Ranger's main transformation sound, and then you would get some stuff that you already had in the main changer for the main 5. But here, this one unlocks new stuff, and it tells you new modes and all that stuff. So it's just really cool the way that the Zyuohger toy line does it like that. The thoughts on this toy is that it's a really cool toy. Now, I actually got this toy for 40 bucks on this website called Toku Collectibles, and it was a really good price. But if you guys, now this toy has been out for a while now, so if you guys try to find it, try to get it more like at a $30 range. It's a good toy, but it shouldn't be worth that much money. Like around like 50 bucks, it's a lot asking for a changer. For 50 bucks, you can get a Megazord or a Mecha or something like that. But if it's new, then yeah, obviously you should get it at that price point. But eventually, after a while, if you guys want to wait a little bit longer until like January 2017, the toys for the Sentai series of the past year, they usually lower in the price. So by January, you guys can probably expect this thing to be around like 25 bucks, and you can probably snatch it then. But if you guys really like it now, then you should go on to Collectibles, and they still have them, I think, for 40 bucks. So you guys can probably try to find it there. If not, then try eBay or Amazon. I've seen Amazon, they have it for around 48 bucks. I don't know if that bothers you guys, but it bothers me when it comes to 50 bucks and paying for a changer. But yeah. But in total, I really like the theme. I like Zyuoh The World. I like the fact that it's a flashlight. It's a really cool thing. And obviously, you can't use this thing as an actual flashlight. The lights just turn down eventually. They're not going to stay out for long. But I like the whole thing that you can switch around the cues and stuff, and the little picture that it shows for each logo and each animal. And yeah, so let me turn this thing off because it's still working. But yeah, but in general, I really like it, and I like the fact that it comes with a little Zyuohger figure. I really like what Zyuohger's doing in the toy line, where it gives you a little figure every time you get a new changer. And yeah, so it's just a really cool toy in general, and yeah. Now guys, next up I'm going to be reviewing the Zyuoh The World Sentai Hero vinyl, and let's go. And now guys, here's Zyuoh The World vinyl, the Sentai Hero Series 07. Now if you guys don't know what vinyls are, I've given long explanations about this in my past Sentai vinyls reviews. They're basically like the Japanese version of our 5-inch action heroes. Sentai vinyls are actually very popular in Japan, and they've been doing them with Kamen Rider and Metal Heroes, I think, and a bunch of other Toku series. But basically, Sentai vinyls are just rubbery figures that look like statues, and they basically just pose around like this. You can kind of move their arms, you can move their waist, and pretty much that's it. And yeah, so that's all you guys have to know about the Sentai vinyls. And if you guys want to see the review for the main 5, I will have a description of them below, so yeah. But anyways guys, the first thing we'll be taking a look at is the little tag that the Zyuoh The World vinyl comes with, and it is it shows the logos for the main 3 animals that Zyuoh The World is based off: the crocodile, the rhino, the wolf. There's the Bandai logo at the bottom right here, and the Toei Company logo, and on the side it shows the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger logo, and then the 40th Super Sentai Series logo. And on top it says Sentai Hero Series 07 Zyuoh The World, so it's in Japanese. I'm pretty sure it says Zyuoh The World. And the back is just some information about the toy and stuff, and yeah. So there's not much to look at this figure. It's basically just a statue, but we'll be taking a closer look at it. Here it is, and in its glory, Zyuoh The World vinyl. You can turn it around. The back of the vinyls usually don't have any paint, so yeah, which is kind of a bummer. But it's whatever, I guess. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not the type to bitch and moan about the paint. And here's the chest for Zyuoh The World, and it features the main 3 animals. They look really well painted. That's what I like about these figures, that when they do paint them, they have really good paint and all that. So yeah, and then here's the belt buckle for Zyuoh The World, and it features the Zyuoh The World logo of the main 3 animals. And then he's a Silver Ranger, he's a Gold Ranger, and a Black Ranger, so yeah. And then here's his helmet one more time. And you guys see the Rhino theme, and the Crocodile theme, and the Wolf theme is at the bottom, which is hidden. And yeah. And here's his legs. And then here's his boots. So yeah guys, and that was the vinyl itself. And if you guys want to know what the articulation I just showed you guys right now, you can basically move his arms, his waist, and that's it. So this figure is basically a statue, but yeah. And now guys, here's Zyuoh The World with the rest of the Zyuohgers, the main 5, and Zyuoh Eagle, Zyuoh Shark, Zyuoh Lion, Zyuoh Elephant, Zyuoh Tiger, Zyuoh The World. And as I was saying earlier in the Zyuoh The Light, when I was talking about the Zyuoh The Light, you guys can see that he's 3 Zyuohgers in one. Usually the Zyuohgers have their main animal. Zyuoh The World has 3. And yeah, so my final thoughts on this little vinyl figure. You guys know that I really like them. I really like the fact that they're cheap and they're affordable. And it's a great way to complete a team. These guys in total, they cost me around 60 bucks. Each of them are 7. They were probably 60 bucks. They were probably like 50 bucks or 55. But they're very cheap to get. So yeah. You guys will have some problems sometimes finding these because sometimes they're really old and you can't find them, or they just came out. Sometimes they'll overprice them for like 14 bucks or 16. But you guys can always try eBay or Amazon. Amazon is the better place because they usually have them for free shipping and they're really cheap. So yeah, so you can try that. But in general, I really like the Zyuoh The World vinyl, and I like the fact of how he looks really good with the main team. And yeah, and if it doesn't bother you guys, the fact that their articulation is very limited and the paint is kind of bad on the back of the figures because they don't really paint them, but if that doesn't bother you guys, then this is a great way to complete a team. And yeah, and so guys, that was my combo review of the Zyuoh The Light transformation device in the Sentai Hero series 07 Zyuoh The World. This is a very fun review to make because I really like Zyuoh The World. He's actually one of my favorite 6 Rangers, even though he's the newest one. And I also had a lot of fun making the intro with my friend Jonathan, and special thanks to my friend Jaime for helping us film the intro. Now, if you guys didn't know, this intro was very hard to make. It took me almost 2 months. I came up with the idea around August when I was getting these toys, and then in September we started filming. We filmed all the way until October, which was every other weekend because we were all busy sometimes. And finally this month I was able to upload the intro and the review as a 2-parter. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah. And you know, you guys can stay tuned for a lot more of these type of videos and intros and combo reviews. Later next month, maybe in December, I might upload another one like this with another Zyuohger toy. Hopefully, if I get it. And maybe in 2017, I might make more of these. So you guys just have to stay tuned, and yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this is Roberto from Ranger Mania, signing out.